Hello everybody. Today I'm doing a medium format jelly print, and as you can see this is a 12 by 14 jelly plate, and I've set this on my printing table. I usually take the center point and do a vertical line, and I'm going to use this heavy watercolor paper for this purpose, and I've carefully measured the paper so that the 12 by 14 image will be directly in the middle. In other words, it's centered to the paper. So I cut out these pieces of foam and place them on my table so that whenever I place the paper, it will always fall on the same place. They're called registration marks, and this way when you're doing several editions of a print, you have a consistent printed area. I have seen some other artists on YouTube. They like to put tape around the edges. I'm not very keen on doing that. I would rather have it registered properly and have the edges always fall on the same place. So let me get started. I am going to apply the lightest color, which is a folk art sunny yellow. You don't need that much. And I'm using my clear brayer. Just making sure that I get an even coat on the plate. Okay. Now, if it's not perfectly even, that's okay. The image is an abstract image anyways, so it doesn't have to be super perfect. Okay, so that's the light yellow. I'm going to apply some raw sienna. And some cadmium orange. This time I'll be using a smaller brayer. piece here. Sometimes the paint has these solid pieces when it dries out. I'm using the edge of the brayer as a tool to make lines instead of using a stick. So I'm incorporating some lines into the image. And next, I have here some bubble wrap. This is one of my favorite texturing tools. So I just press. Okay. Now I will do the first impression. So I lay my paper on here and apply a firm pressure. Nice, even pressure. Just want to make sure that all the acrylic transfers to the paper. So here is the first imprint. And as you can see, it's got a nice mixture of textures and lines. So I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to keep using this to add more colors. This time I will apply some Naples yellow. And some raw sienna. Okay, I guess I'm almost out. So I want to make use of all the paint. I like using up the leftovers so nothing is wasted. And by using the brayer, the blobs of paint blend themselves and they create these interesting shapes. Again, I'm using the heel, I call this the heel of the brayer, to create some lines. And again, I'm going to use this bubble wrap. Okay. I will take another sheet of paper, lay it on the registration marks, and give a nice even pressure. Okay, let's see what we got. Looks like the paint has transferred nicely. Here's the result. I'm just going to keep going to create maybe a series of yellow backgrounds with textures. This time I'll use some orange. And some Naples yellow. And a little bit of this nickel azo yellow. It's kind of like an ochre. Okay, I don't really need that much. Just roll this out. Again, you see the different colors blending each other. And I'm not applying too much pressure on the brayer, just kind of gliding on the jelly plate. Okay, then again I'm putting some lines. Let me use a different bubble wrap. It's a nice thing about using this material. It's plentiful and it doesn't cost me anything. So whenever I get a package, let's say from Amazon or UPS, I always save these because they're, as you can see, they make great textures. Okay, I'm just going to get another fresh piece of paper. Lay it on the registration mark. Now this medium format 12 by 14 is very easy to control because of its size. The paper is smaller, the artwork is smaller. The larger format is a little more tricky because I have to make sure the paper falls in the right place, and sometimes it's a little heavy and slippery, so I have to be a little more careful with the larger format. See what we got. This looks good. There we go. Here's a close-up. And because I measured the registration marks very well, the borders are very nice and clean, and it's more or less in the center of the paper. Okay, so this is the third print. I'm going to set these aside to dry, and I'll be back to apply some either some collage elements and some hand-drawn elements to complete the artwork. I'll be right back.